Okay, let's get this camera turned around. Hi everyone, it's Short Hair Joey B here. Short hair and bad haircut Joey B. How is the audio and video quality? It's a pretty open field, but it's a different one than I usually launch rockets at. Let me just switch the fields up a bunch. Does it sound all right? It's not, it's just from my phone, so there's nothing wonderful about this quality. Mostly, I'm here because I want to fly my new plane, and as I say this, a plane flies over me. But if we keep it low, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I have few concerns about this. That's great. Well, the plane is here, if I turn it down. So it's the Volantex Ranger 2000. Bad audio. Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna get much better than this, but yeah, you have less latency in the field than you do in your house. Okay, well anyway, here's the deal. So the controller came today. Obviously I need parts for the controller because the batteries I have don't fit within the pouch here. So I had to just tape it shut. And the plane is on the ground. I finished it up. So I did a couple of things before we take off. I just want to show people what I did. I'm actually going to turn this so I'm into the sun. It should be a better picture this way. Yeah, that's much better. All right, well, so the plane is still huge. That has not changed. I've got the prop on. I tested prop direction, and it does look good to me. It's a pusher prop, so it pushes the plane, just like that. Is that right? Yes. And the letters are forward, so it felt good. Yes, I did a couple of things. I removed the flap control surfaces because I decided, excuse me, based on how I want to, if it works, mount the rocket on this thing, it's gonna go like right where the flap control surfaces would be. And let's just try it without the flaps first. I'm used to flying only 3 channels or 4 channels, whatever you'd like to call it, but I'm used to flying with only ailerons, rudder, and elevator and throttle. And if we need the flaps, we've got them, but I kind of like having that option now. So then I trimmed all of the surfaces. I got everything as close as I thought it could get, both with manual calibration first at the center points, and then I just trimmed a little bit on the controller. It's all based on looks, so I haven't flown it yet. I don't know if I did my trims well. We'll find out. I also checked control directions, and we're gonna double check those just to make sure. But I checked control directions. I had to reverse everything, so I think except for the throttle, I think either there may be something that I want to change in somewhere. I did have to reverse everything, but with the directions as they are right now, reversed in the controller, they do seem to work. So let's go ahead, we'll boot up the plane. I'm gonna check the control surfaces one more time, and then let's give it a try. Very nervous. It's a big plane, and it's actually not that much more expensive than my Park Flyer, because that came with the controller. All right. There's a bunch of people looking at me, as they always do when there's one sketchy dude in the field doing sketchy stuff. Okay, I've got 2 batteries. Nothing is turning on. Shouldn't something turn on though? Should I turn on the transmitter first, maybe? Let's try that. Ooh, lightning bugs. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so it's a 4-cell battery. It beeps 4 times. There's a lot of bugs today. So let's first look at control surfaces. Look, there are lightning bugs. Hi. Very close to me. All right. So, control surface time. We're gonna look from the back. Everyone look as close as you can. And let's make sure this looks good. Oh, I can't tilt it down more than that. Here we go. So, we'll start with the rudder. If I wanna make a left turn, the rudder is gonna have to turn to the left to give us that left turn. So here we go. That's a left turn, right? This may be reversed for everyone. It may be reversed for everyone on my phone because it's using the selfie camera. Anyway, whatever. So left turn looks good to me, and the trim still looks fine. Now left turn with an ailerons means we have to push down on this side and push up on this side. Yeah. So that's correct. Right? Yeah, that's a left turn. That's a left roll. And then finally, the elevators, if I want to pitch the plane down, I pull down on the elevator. And that pitches the plane. Oh, sorry. Pulling down is pitching the plane up. Pushing up is pitching the plane down. And then throttle. There we go. Does anyone have any objections before we fly this thing? Any objections from anyone? Can confirm there's a spider on the plane. Well, the spider's going for a ride then. No spider. Any objections? Hey, Charlie. Hey, Jared. No crab on there. I do, I've heard a lot of Rocketeers do this too. This vehicle has to earn its paint. So if this flight goes well, and maybe one or two more, we're gonna paint it nice with some BPS logos and things like that. Mr. Milkman, we are go for launch, says Tom H. All right, let's do it. Oh, I'm pretty nervous. Pretty nervous. All right, one more time. Ready? Full throttle. Oh, no, that's no good. That's a loose propeller. Okay, that's a loose propeller. Hold on. We gotta fix that first. So I'm gonna unplug the plane's LiPo. That's a loose propeller. And we gotta tighten this all the way. That's concerning that it became loose. So I might just let it idle on the ground for a while. But we're really gonna stay down. All right, that should be pretty good. You wanna try again? Here we go, let's try again. That's much tighter now. Throttle down. Okay. So I'm gonna throttle up and just let it idle for a little bit, and we'll see if the propeller comes loose again. There's a lot of vibration, and the mounting is actually kind of off center, but it feels good now. Yeah, it feels good. All right. Static fire complete. Let's try this again. Ready? Here we go. Oh, stop looking at me, man. There's a guy looking at me. I hate it when people do this. Oh, right into the ground. Right into the ground. God, I hate it when people look on like that. Just leave me alone, man. Okay, so I would guess that's a weight issue. I think, let's move that battery back. And this looks fine. Yeah, let's move that battery back a little bit. That's probably too far forward. I think it's expecting a heavier battery. Yeah, so that's like just a little behind. As a treat, in addition to that, I'm gonna add a little bit of trim to the elevator so that we constantly pitch up just a little bit as a treat. Put your fingers on the COG line. What does Nathan say? And see how it balances. So this is the CG line right here. And it's pretty much good now. So it would have been a little heavy on the nose before. Now I'm gonna up the trim just a little bit on the elevator. Which means we want down. All right, that's a little bit of trim as a treat. Should we try it again? What does everyone think? We want to try it again? Mike gave it a harder toss this time. It's really scary, man. It's really scary. The force of this propeller is like very powerful. It's very scary to launch this thing. I have landing gear in the mail, and I think I would much prefer lifting off after some taxiing, but here we go. I'm gonna give it a good toss this time, and I'm gonna go up into the air. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is crazy powerful. I did not need to go full throttle on that. Okay. We're in the air. And it's going really fast. Oh my God. All right. Can anyone see it? I'm starting to smooth out a little bit. There's no stabilization system. It's fine because I'm a total pro. But I do need to trim this. Okay. This thing is huge. I'm sorry I can't get a better view of it. It's an FPV plane though, so okay, nice and easy. There's a lot of power here, like more than I would think. There, that's much better. There's still too much like natural climb on it. I didn't need that elevator, I just needed to rebalance the weight. Wow, this honestly, so it might work on its own. And it can go really, really high because it's very easy to see. Or I like feel confident going pretty high with it. There is no way I don't crash the heck out of this thing at some point. All right, let's see if I can land this. Nope, that's too much. We're gliding now, there's no motor, and it glides like nothing. Here we go for a landing. going around. Just no motor. This thing glides forever. Okay, so that is a helpful thing to know. For landing, I need to approach pretty far away. Okay, here we go. Trying again on landing. Okay, I'm a little worried I'm not going to be able to get this thing down. Oh, it's still going. It won't touch down. I can't get it to touch down. This is going to become a problem for me. Let's just keep it nice and slow. Easy bank. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Well, I'm okay. So, can I get some tips on landing a thing that literally always wants to stay in the air? Can I get some tips on that? Let's look at some chat here. I knocked the little cover off. It's pretty fun. I like this a lot. And it didn't hit that hard. Okay, flaps, says people. Understood. Flaps that don't work anymore. The flaps are not hooked up, so that's just not an option for me. Flare the thing before landing. Cut the throttle and stall into the ground. You know, just because of the surface area of the wing, as long as we stay level when we hit the ground, this thing can probably drop. Jado, but backwards. Litho braking. Okay, some of these are very helpful. Some of them are slightly less so. Let's do this. Let's turn the camera around, and I'm going to try to fly mostly on this side of it now. How about that? Aero brakes, parachute, put wheels on it, do verticals. All right, let's try it again. I was worried about this battery because this little bad boy is only 1,300 milliamp hours, but here's the thing. It seems to me that we can easily fly at like half stick, maybe less. I don't think I need to change the battery. It seems like there's plenty of power. And hopefully I don't regret that. Build a wire trap. All right, that's a good one. Let's go again, folks. Let's go again. I'm gonna keep this pointed up at the sky. Left ailerons and right rudder at the same time to slow the plane. That would be, actually, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that. I'm not sure I'll remember it at all. Let's try to launch it again. You shouldn't have it at full throttle most of the time anyway. Right. But I'm used to Sprite, where the 90% throttle point is where you hover. So yeah, Sprite is not ideal in that regard. Ready? Here we go, everyone. I'm gonna try to give a reasonable amount of throttle now. Oh, not good. Hold on. Okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, let's try this again, but higher throttle. Here we go. We're still pretty much balanced at the CG. Ready? Do we not have elevator? Oh my God, we don't have elevator. Okay, let's try this again. This is a little crazy. There was no elevator, so I need to get in the habit. Oh, jeez. Need to get in the habit of checking all my control surfaces before launch. That has to become standard practice for you, boy. I think something broke. Yeah, the fin, the right wing no longer lock in. And I have snapped, wow, I did a lot of damage in a short period of time. Let's try this again. The right wing will no longer snap in, it just sits there kind of friction fit. I think it'll be okay. So here we go, let's try it again. Elevator. Yeah. Ailerons. Rudder. Throttle. Ready? Let's try it one more time. Got it, there it is. Hopefully you can see it here. I'm gonna try to fly it around again. It's a very pretty plane. And it needs a lot of space. I can't do tight turns safely. But like just tiny little commands and inputs into the sticks is really what it seems to love. All right, gonna glide. Very pretty. Uh-oh. Okay, all right. You have got to get back on the ground. That has become very important in the last few seconds. It is now critical that we get back to the ground in a timely fashion. That has now become very important. Here we go. We're just going to spiral down. Okay, and we're landed really smoothly. That was not the prop, Nathan. That was the cover on the front of the plane, which just flew right off. A lot of these things, I believe, can be replaced. I would have liked to not break things, and I'll tell you what, I don't think that, yeah, the cover is like one of the first things that broke. 2 out of the 4 pins have already like snapped off of it. I just saw it fly off in flight. Can probably tape it on, frankly. That drag from it, the drag helped a little bit. You know, I bet we could keep flying with the cover off, but I would prefer to not. So why don't I put it back on? And this time I'll give it a little bit of tape as a treat. The rest of the plane looks good. The wing came in a little bit. So that is now a thing that I really need to be careful about. I gotta fix that snapping mechanism so the wing cannot come out, as that would be catastrophic during flight. So you know what I can do is take a little tape from the controller, Here we go. Now this gets taped back on. Nice. And it's plastic on plastic too. So this should help quite a bit. All right, should we try it again? Yeah, everything still feels pretty good apart from that right wing, which won't snap in, which I don't love. Let's go again. Change the battery. It still feels good. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't, the battery feels all right. Why not put a GoPro in the plane? Well, this is just the first flight, and I want to keep everything riding on the craft as cheap as possible for reasons that have become obvious at least 2 times. All right, ready? Let's check control surfaces again. So this is the rudder. That looks good. Ailerons. Elevator. There's a little thing stuck in there. All right, everyone ready? Here we go. Not good. That one looked rough. Yeah, the up elevator is really the key for this bad boy. I thought this would be a lot easier. What is the key? Because the up elevator won't stick, right? It's spring loaded, and it's difficult to keep throttle up and up elevator on. That's the current issue. All right, we're back in business. I've got the taped on thing. Feels pretty good. So what do I do about that? Let's see. Enough comments about my hair, man. Yeah, I'm getting bald. That's what happens. All right, do you plan to put a Pixhawk or autopilot on the plane? Yeah, the Pixhawk arrived today. Throw it fairly hard and at 30-degree up angle, 2/3 throttle. That'll give you some time to get your hands on the stick. Yeah, okay. I can also, well, let's just try it again. So, yeah, up elevator seems to be a good idea. Okay, all our surfaces are still good. If you, all right. Launch at no power and slowly throttle up. Adjust the trim. All right, well, let's adjust the trim then. All right, the trim has been adjusted. We're gonna pitch up naturally now. Ready? Okay, I think both wings now will no longer snap in. This is gonna have to be a thing that just gets fixed through some type of custom solution. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Got it. I have to throw it harder. I think that's a big deal. There's some trim issues. Here we go. Let's come back down. Let's just glide. Nice and easy. Woo! Okay. It's just so rough at the launch. I hate throwing it. I need that landing gear, man. All right, let's try to come in for a landing. I might adjust the angle here. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna come in for a landing. I've cut the throttle. And I think we're probably going too fast. Yep, that's too fast. So we're gonna come around and try again. Man, it's so hard to land this thing. I don't know how to do it. I think I need those flaps. It just sits there. Did it get on camera? All right, it wasn't that bad of a landing. It just wasn't good. Or I need like a really long strip of grass to land. Let me go get it and we'll do another flight. Yeah, maybe I have to come in from the other direction. Maybe that's what I'll try now. I am gonna change the battery though. All right. The battery is only like fairly warm. Several parts of the little wooden plate on the internal of the frame have been snapped. I feel like that's to be expected at this point. Okay. Ailerons, rudder, elevator, throttle. This bad boy again. Just a lot of flights to get familiar, and hopefully I leave the field with the plane in one piece. So I had all that elevator trim. We're gonna just put a little bit of that back in there. And I'm gonna throw it harder this time. I hate this part. Okay, that was a nice hard throw. we go. All right. The elevator is my main problem right now. All right, going out there, and let's see if I can bring it back. This is so hard to control, man. It's not actually, it's just like, I want my stabilization system back. That's what I want. The Pixhawk will help with that, I believe. Just watching. No input. Okay. You know what it is? It's, okay. I have a new theory. I think I need to dial back my control surfaces, maybe. Like their effectiveness, especially at high speed, really hard to get that dialed in. Wow, this is really fun. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that when it's going fast, those control surfaces have so much more power. Woo. Maybe I need to get back a little higher. But when I'm going fast, those control surfaces have so much power that it's really, really responsive, and I end up pitching and yawing all over the place. Still gliding. All right, think I can land it? Maybe not. Hey, not bad. That worked. That was a good landing. That was a really good landing. Let's do more. We've still got light. All right. I'm gonna go a little higher up now. So, ailerons, rudder, elevator, rudder. Here we go. Okay. Same thing as before. Very rough to start. Now it's okay. there's so much lift. I need to stay. I also think I need to stay a little higher, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe I need like a lot more practice on this before I fly a payload, because that's probably the case. All right, let's climb a little bit. And then dive. Nice. All right, let's see if we can land toward the camera. I've tried that a lot of times. It still has yet to work. I probably need to keep my banks a lot less steep than they are. Nope, too fast. Yeah, so we're gonna do a nice. Oops, sorry. Oh geez, all right. Thought I was a little too close to something. You know what my problem is? I'm flying with no rudder. Almost everything I do is ailerons. Okay, I'm counting it. That was a smooth touchdown. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm going home with a plane that is mostly in okay shape. We have we have a couple of repairs to make. I don't know if I can fly this again until I can figure out a way to secure the wings onto the side. These wings, they come off, and usually they snap in. They make a little clicky noise. But right now there's literally nothing securing them on the side except for friction. I don't love that. And I don't think that's a safe way to fly. So that will have to change. If you have suggestions, leave them in the chat. I would love to hear them. I'm sure there's a way to just bolt it onto the side or something like that. But right now, I do not know. Do not know what I will do. Okay, go. That goes there. The wings. Turn the controller off. Okay, that's it, folks. Duct tape. Elastic for holding wings on, safer in crashes. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. If it needs friction, then you can't use lube. Duct tape, I'm not doing duct tape. This is not very cash money. Yes, any landing that I can walk away from is a good one, and I can definitely walk away from this, although I'm quite itchy. And that's mostly because of the allergies or the grass or whatever. But yeah, that's it. So the Volantex Ranger, I really like it. It's more powerful than I thought, so I feel pretty comfortable with the possibility of weighing it down with a payload. I need a lot more flights on this thing, and I maybe want to set up the Pixhawk, because I just really want to fly in some type of stabilization mode, and I feel like maybe the Pixhawk can do that. I'm unclear on it, but I'd be surprised if it couldn't. And magnets. I guess magnets could work if they were really, really strong. It's 3D printed side lock. Yeah, 3D print some landing gear. Landing gear is coming. Wheels are in the mail. They will be here. I actually think they might get here tomorrow or Monday. Is today Friday? I don't know. They get here at some point. Yeah, that's it. ArduPilot can do tons of cool stuff, least of which is stabilization. Right. And the ultimate plan... Actually, can I get a read from anyone? Does ArduPilot safely take off for the most part? Can you tell it to launch the plane, or do you really want that to be manual control? I feel like that's got to be really hard with a runway. Probably not that hard if it's just open grass or if it's a big parking lot or something. Yeah, manual. Yeah. Boy, I'm so itchy. Yeah, so ideally, the only things I have to do are take off and land the plane. And although I'm not that good at landing right now, I think I can get some practice once I get those wheels on. All right, that's it. Thank you everyone for joining. Check out my great haircut where I took off like I just did not do a good job with this, man. It's better to throw it and have it detected, but is it options for takeoff with wheels on a runway? All right. I'm not putting duct tape on this plane. There are better ways. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I don't know when I'll be back. Filming a new video tomorrow. No, on Monday. But I don't think I can post that one for a while. But there should be maybe a launch tomorrow. For BPS patrons, look out for that. If it's not tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly when. All the software completed checks today. The new filter is tuned. Ava should be ready for flight again. And I think it'll be a lot smoother this time. So we'll see. All right. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. How do I end this?